Hi, this is Henk. Welcome to another edition of the School Sessions. And today my repeat guest is Carissa Grant. So,
Hello.
what's up, Carissa?
Hi. Thanks for having me on again.
Yeah, definitely. So you have a new project that starts today, is that correct?
I always have a new project. Well, this is Redemption. So this is a repeat. This is an ongoing series. And This is the horror adventure action story that I do that has angels, demons, zombies, very Resident Evil 2 because it started out as a Resident Evil 2 Silent Hill fan fiction. So I kind of like went from there and then I evolved it. I do have other projects. I have the Western. I have to come on for the Western. But they kind of you can get both on this one. So with the Western, we're only on issue 4. And we have interactiveness, which also we have for the Redemption now. So you can get a Supernatural journal. If anyone watches Supernatural, they just like cryptids. You get this journal, you pay $14, and then every Kickstarter that you back, you get a free, at least one free page of a cryptid or monster or creature that's in that issue. This one is the centipede, the giant centipede. And the last one for the Western was the night crawlers. I think there's like 16 total now. Um, and we also have the jars, which you can get in the tiers for redemption. But those are what happens in the Western, and you can follow along with the Western. So a lot of people like the interactiveness of it. So she is tasked in the Western to get 18 jars of cryptids, and you can't kill the cryptid before you get the ingredient. So I like to torture my characters. But so they have to get 18 jars. And there's also a box too you could buy that she also carries, and then you can collect the jars in there. So people like it. The last issue, she got the vampire blood jar, so I had that, which you can also get in these tiers. And I had the before that was the dragon heart pellet. So we just started those. And also in the redemption, this current live Kickstarter, you can just get the westerns. There's a tier for the western ketchup for regular covers 1 through 4, and then there's the sexy cover catch up for 1 through 4, and you can also get it on the add-on. So this one you could do both the series in it, which is nice. But they're the same characters. The Western is just their previous life, so it's the same characters but set in the Old West, which is fun because you have to be like, okay, they can't call each other in a cell phone, so but yeah.
So, what is it the main project? Because you have a bunch of shit going on.
Yeah.
So what is the main project that people would be funding, supporting, whatever this time?
So this one is Redemption issue 16. It is 16 out of 21. So this series has 21 issues, and the hardcover is up to 1 through 12, and another hardcover is going to be coming out soon. So it's got an easy catch up. You could just get the hardcovers if you want. But all of the issues are already inked. So like a lot of indie creators, a lot of people are scared to back indie Kickstarters because they don't know if it's going to be finished, because
Right,
not
right.
everyone as psycho as me that has like 8 issues ahead, you know.
No, I
So this
heard that,
one,
but I've also heard like you're kind of like the go-to as far as like indie
yeah,
comics. They're like some people they'll say it in a nice way, but they're like, she's crazy.
crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they're absolutely correct. My friend Lori, who also has one live right now, go check it out. It's Path of the Pale Rider. But she's crazy. She calls me amazingly crazy.
Oh, she
Um
was Lori was on here. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So she's great. I always back hers. She's actually the reason she won't take the credit, but her and Pops are the reason why I got this far because when I started this, I did not know about podcasts. I did not know about being on videos. I was just the idiot loser who made comics with no thought process whatsoever. Like, how hard can it be? It's like the hardest thing I've ever done. Um, like I'll never forget that phrase. Hey, let's turn this story into a comic. How hard can it be? Yeah, it's hard. And expensive. Like I never would have thought of how expensive these comics are to make. So yeah, that's always fun. But yeah, so Lori has warned me for years to slow down. I have not. I've actually gotten worse. My husband had told me go all out for 2 years. And then when the 2 year mark came, I started the Western. Like literally my 2 years ended. And I was like, I'm going to start a Western. He's like, what happened to slowing down? I was like, no, 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 this will work. This is great. And it worked out. It's really good. And people love the Western. I think they're so similar but so different in the two different artists. But with the Western, it's more nothing I do is slow, but it's more of an adventure. They're chased and they fight, but not like the chaos of Redemption. Like Redemption is nonstop being chased and fighting and zombies everywhere and monsters everywhere and they're very similar but very different at the same time. So if you like one, you'll like the other, but you don't have to read both of them. They can be totally separate entities if people want. So yeah, I'm
Well,
also the queen of
it,
merch.
that's what people tell me. Yeah.
Yeah, queen of merch.
So it seems like everything you have, they have some of the same characteristics, but they're all so different.
Yeah.
So do you want to explain the varieties, like what people be going for?
So for Redemption, it's more, if I was to equate it to something, it's like Silent Hill and Resident Evil. It's they're trying to survive. It all revolves around Draven. The two main characters are Draven and Seraphina. He's a demon descendant, she's a angel descendant, and their fathers are after her to get the angelic weapon that she was created from. Now, what happens at the end of the Western is the reason why Redemption's so crazy and so much more chaotic, which of course I can't tell you why, but you can kind of maybe figure it out if you see what something's missing in the Western. But in Redemption, it's mostly them trying to survive against the fathers attacking them. But especially now in these issues, from pretty much issue 14 to 23, it is like a zombie apocalypse. It's very Resident Evil 2. They are trapped in town with other survivors, and they're trying to survive this whole thing. And the ending of this one is very I've already been yelled at from my biggest fans. I got to read it ahead of time, like a red carpet watching. But it's a very unexpected ending, probably. But all will be revealed when everyone gets it. Now, the difference between my Kickstarter than a lot of other Kickstarters is it's already done, it's already in hand, but also the two main characters are written by two different people. So I write Seraphina and my co-writer writes Draven, so that they have this different personality going on, which you could tell who's different because Seraphina's like me. She talks nonstop and barely thinks, and then Draven pretty much barely talks and thinks all the time. So you can see the difference. There's a lot of getting inside the characters' heads in here because we wrote them as novels first. These were 16 novels first. And so you get inside the characters' heads, you get to see what they're thinking and how they're feeling without, because Draven's not going to tell you how he feels. So you get that. And then you have the Western, which is a more steady paced quest. They have a quest to find these 18 cryptids and get these ingredients from those cryptids. And they have a time frame to do it, and they're in a rush, but they can only go so far. You can only find certain ones at certain places. Like you can't kill them, so how are you gonna get an antler off of a Wendigo, or a fang off of a werewolf, things like that. So there's more of a quest. So you have the survival chaotic Redemption and the quest driven Western. So they're very
So
similar, but
the
a little,
quest has items you have to acquire.
yeah. So I should have brought them up here, but there's these jars you can collect, and the newest one is the vampire blood. So there's 18 ingredients. Now, if you buy the box, you get the ingredient list. You can also read it in issue 5. It'll be in the story. But for now, there's a list that's on handmade paper and it's burnt at the bottom for a specific reason, which I can't tell anybody. But it's ripped and burned at the bottom. And I had to burn these myself on handmade paper. And I would like everyone to understand that when you light handmade paper, it goes up in like 4 seconds. So I'm like, I had one just burst into flames, and I was like, good thing I'm over the sink. So yeah, that's a lot of fun, but that's
It's like my
exclusive.
hair, my
Yeah,
hair.
yeah. It's like my husband was sleeping and I'm trying not to set off any alarms or anything.
He's like,
Um,
why is the house burning down now?
yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's very accurate there. Um, but the Western also has more cryptids. So like they have Squonk, which joins as a regular character. And if you don't know who Squonk is, that he's the creature from Pennsylvania that just sits in the woods and cries about how ugly he is. So he's one of the ingredients. One of the ingredients is his tears. One of the more easier um, jars to get. I would say probably one of the hardest is well, the werewolf fang is pretty tough. You also have the claw of a chupacabra, and a lot of the ingredients, not all of them, but a lot of the ingredients are real. Obviously not really from a chupacabra, but we have ethically sourced coyote claws for the chupacabra. We have for the Wendigo antlers, we have shredded, they shred every year, so it's ethically sourced antler tips and the antler dust for the jars. Obviously the blood I made by hand, um, which was fun and messy and horrible. And I sold more than I thought. I think I sold like 12. So I'm like, I had this whole row of like fake blood that I'm trying to pour out before it like, it's supposed to look like clotted blood because it's from our version of vampires, which is the clotters. So yeah, that
Are
was
are you saying fake? So you're doing a suit?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I made
Like
sure people's like,
no FBI
yes,
investigation.
right. Fake blood. And then we have the coyote fangs. We have real coyote fangs for the werewolf fangs, but people can choose the acrylic if they want. It's all ethically sourced, but I know some people might be not. For the wampus cat quills, we have real quills that were, ethically sourced from porcupines and stuff like that. So we try to make the jars as fun as possible. Some of them are more simple. We have black feathers from our phoenix crows. So we have that with like ash in there because they burst into flames when you try to capture them, which is super fun. So stuff like that. So we try to make the jars fun. A lot of the people love getting the jars. They love getting the journal books with the cryptid pages because they're free for everyone and you can buy them. I've had people buy random pages, which is fine by me. Mostly I got the journal pages, which by the way is torture for me. I want to point that out. I don't know why I started this. It's fun for everyone else, but I have to write them up,
No, but all
print
those
them,
extra
cut
gimmicks are
them.
cool. Like a
Yeah.
lot.
Well, they like the interactiveness of it. Like she sees a squonk, so you get a squonk, squonk cryptid pages. She saw there was the night crawlers in the area, so we have the night crawler thing like that. So it's fun to see it and collect your own. I call everyone their own little worthy supernatural hunter, because they can get all this stuff. So it's a lot of fun. It's more interactive. It's like an experience more than just a comic book.
I remember back in the day, like especially when people really like something, like it was like rare, but occasionally they come out with like Misfits logos or like Marvel Comics stuff, and like everybody would like. In those days, you have to mail in, so they mail
Yeah.
in to try and get it. Like, oh,
Yeah.
this is so awesome, but it was rare. And
Yeah.
but you do it with every campaign, right?
Every campaign has a cryptid page that they can get for free as long as they back it. And every Western issue, almost every Western issue has a jar. We might have one or two that don't, but then the issue before it has two. So it's pretty much the next 18 issues you're going to get jars. And people you can get, and I've sold more than these than I thought. I was not expecting this. I have these wooden apothecary travel boxes, and I have to make the dividers in between. So again, I'm torturing myself here. I did not expect, I think the last one I sold 8, and I was not expecting that. So I'm sitting here cutting, filing down, staining all of these. Then you have to make them fit. So you have to like stain them down more and all stuff. So that's fun. But you can put all the jars, you can collect the jars in there. You collect you can hold the journal. It holds little trinkets that we'll have along the way, as everyone knows how much I love my merch. So there's a lot. Yeah.
I see your cat's demanding attention.
Yeah, she's like, this is Misty. Her full name is Mysterious. She's completely attached to me at all times. It's annoying as all hell, but how can you get mad at her? Because she's like, she loves me. And she's like, why am I not paying complete, utter attention to her? So she's like, let me bother, get in front of the camera, torture her, meow in the background. Yeah, she's talkative. Like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's my dog. Like, my dog will be like totally silent the moment I start doing something on top of me.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's her with on a T. So. But she'll follow me around and just cry. When I wake up in the morning, she screams her head off until I come sit on the couch so that she can sit next to me and go to sleep. Like, really? Like, really? That's what you got to do? Yeah. All right.
She's like,
So
whatever, whatever, mom,
she's
whatever.
like, whatever, right? And there's actually so I did stickers. I have over 80 designs of stickers that have commissions that I sell. And one of them she is now on. It is a black cat on a skull. So if you want to check out that sticker. There's also the sticker for my fat cat eating cake. That's one of the new stickers. So yeah, I have a lot of merch. I have 80 designs of stickers and 40 designs of metal pins, and I think about 40 plushies, handmade plushies. And now she's on top of
I
it.
see her.
She's like, how do I get the closest to you as possible?
Right.
And yeah, so
Probably all that merch though helps sell it. Like a lot of people like that personal connection.
yeah, they do love to.
Like it makes them feel more involved.
Yeah, they do. They do. And I always tell anyone, so for anyone that's interested in the Kickstarter, I always forget to say this, but search Worthy Chaos. I'm the only thing that pops up. You can search Google, you can search Kickstarter, Facebook, Worthy Chaos. Now the only thing you got to know about my Kickstarters is I have so many a year. Lori has 3, I have 8. So my Kickstarters are only about 2 weeks. So it's live. Make sure you check it out. I think it's until March 6th. It's a Wednesday and no, Friday. And that's a lot of the covers. I don't repeat them. So if you don't get them now, you're probably not going to get them later. Unless they're really sexy, then you could probably get them.
What's that? What like variant
The
covers?
variants. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't just it's too much. There's too much room. I have so many covers. I have so many issues. I mean, this is 16 in 3 years. I'm on issue 16. That's crazy. That's insane. So Lori is at a nice pace where she's been doing this a year longer than me, and she has 8. Like that's a normal indie. That's a normal indie, pace. No. We don't do that here. We are full on chaotic. So yeah, here we are.
No, I know people say they say it in a nice way, but they're like, Carissa is crazy.
They tell me all the time, like, how the hell do you get? And I ship out within 48 hours. So, like, not all of them, but like the main covers and maybe like the best cover, I think it's going to be, I have in hand at least 20 copies. So, like, for those people that pledge that, I ship it within 24 hours to 48 hours. And then I order everything, and then within 6 weeks, they get the rest. So, everything's really fast paced. I've heard people say they don't get, some of them don't get it at all, but a lot of Kickstarters, they don't get something for like a year or 2 years, but here you're going to get it within 6 weeks.
Yeah, or you're right, not at all. It's like that's
Yeah.
the worry. Yeah.
And it makes us look bad. Like Lori always gets hers out. I obviously always get mine out. And then you have these Kickstarters of these really big time writers or artists, and they don't get their shit out for over 2 years. It's like you make us look bad, you know? So it really turns a lot of people off. So when I first started this, I said I was always going to have it on in hand. So the person knows that they're buying it, they're getting it, and they're going to, get their item quick. So hopefully that helps people feel more secure when they order. And the fact that the issues are already done, all 23 are done. There is a series after that it continues into. There's in issue 23, it says the end, unless you turn the page. I think I put they live happily ever after unless you turn the page. And then of course all hell broke loose. So if you want to end on 23, you can, but do not read the rest of the pages because you're going to be sorry as it goes into Conviction, which is an even crazier series, which my artist did not believe me. He's like, redemption's crazy. He's like, you have no idea. They go to an island, they're gonna fight all these different monsters. There's different things and experiments there. They go to hell, they lose their soul. All this stuff happens, and 25 more issues already written. So we are crazy here. We have a lot to do. And I have another series after that, which is their life after, called Resurrection. And I wasn't going to do it because it's 40 issues. And I've had my top readers like, please, please do it. I was like, ugh. So I went back to read those novels, and I was like, yeah, I kind of have to release these two. So I'm going to be here till I'm 90 being on the show telling people to go back to my campaign. So yeah, we're stuck here for life, I guess.
Maybe on a few less podcasts, but
Yeah.
I'll still invite you to mine though.
Okay, good.
So, um, so all right, we'll wrap it up for today. I don't want to keep you here all day. But just tell me, so how long have you been putting this out, and what are your future plans? I mean, you said
Um,
90, but you know,
yeah. So I started this Halloween of 2022. So this, no, 2021. So my fourth year will be, no, 2022. Yeah, I just passed my third year. So this past Halloween was 3 years in comics, and I've had over 30 issues made because, again, crazy. My future projects will be
oh,
finishing.
back in the day though, it was like 12 a year.
Yeah. That's right. It was. I've slowed down. See, I've been better.
Uh,
But yeah, that's what my artist was like, doing a whole issue a month because he had just started. We had both started this together. I've had the same artist for all 23 issues, which is also very rare in indie comics. The colorist has changed, I believe, but the artist has always been the same. But he's working on, so after Redemption, he's working on right now currently our prequels. So we have 4 issues of prequel that's before, 4 of them issues are before Redemption, and then 4 are way before. It is the beginning of all of chaos, the creation of Draven, creation of Seraphina, how they met in the first existence, and that's called Creation, and it's already written, and I'm hoping it'll be start being drawn by the end of this year because I'd like to start that. It's very angel demon, and a lot of questions get asked that I didn't even know was because when I write, I don't know half the shit I write, but I wrote this. I had a dream about it. I was like, that's how they met. That's how it was created. So it's a really cool story. I'm super excited to see that done. So there's a lot of things coming up. Oh, there's one more. There is a chibi version, which is style isn't for everybody, but there's a chibi version issue coming out that's in the point of view of the Hellhound, Anubis, Chatty, which is a vampire chameleon bat, and Cerberus, and a lot of other cryptids. And it takes place now. If you've never read any of the comics, you can read it and enjoy it for the little adventure that it is. If you read Redemption, it happens between 13 and 14 when he's missing inside the dimensions. And if you read the Western, it's literally happening in the background of each Western issue that you don't really see them except for like little snippets of it. So if you've never read anything, that's going to be out soon. I already have too many things in pre-launch, so I have to wait to add this to pre-launch. But my artist, I have a third artist ongoing. He just started it. I think we've gotten 3 pages done. So we've got that going too. So we've got a lot, because no rest for the wicked.
so no rest for wicked.
Yeah.
So if you want to catch up, if they like, this sounds cool, but it's like in the middle of it. So what can they do to catch up?
So the cheapest way, for literally $38, you can get all 16 PDFs of the series, or I think for 65, you can literally get the entire series, all 3 series catch-ups. Damnation issue 1, which is the part of the prequel, and you can get the 4 Westerns and the 16 Redemptions. So it's really quick with PDF. To do it, you can get add-on tiers. You can get, there's I think it's like 148 to get all the singles. And you can also get the hardcovers. So the hardcovers are 29 each. And the first one has 7 issues and the second one the next 5. So you can get the first 12 issues for like $55.
It's kind of like
So
a omnibus, right?
yeah. Yep. It's like
Awesome.
222 pages.
Okay, how would people see you, throw money at you? What should they go to?
I always tell people to go to Kickstarter and to search Worthy Chaos. You're going to see a ton in pre-launch and you're going to see one live. Click the follow to the pre-launch and go check out my Kickstarter, Redemption 16. It's the only live one now. Take your time because there's like, I've actually hit the limit of how many tiers and add-ons you can have. You can have 99 total, and I have 99. So make sure to go check it out. It works better on the website than the app because I think I crashed the app. So try to do it on the website. Make sure to check out the add-ons. You can see a lot of things in there, and each tier has special stuff and stickers and pins and jars and plushies and almost anything you could possibly think of. If I don't have it, you can tell me and I'm probably going to get it. So there's a lot. A search Worthy Chaos and you'll find me.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you, Carissa. I'll see you in 90 years. A lot of
Yeah,
people think I'm a cyborg, so
yeah,
maybe I'll still be around. You'll still be publishing. We'll see.
yeah. Yep.
But yeah, thanks for doing this.
All right. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.